Let me leave with a little thunder.
It's about death in a way, it's about signing off, but not with a whimper, with a bang, you hope. When you get to my age, 73, you get kind of reflective about things. I think this might be my 19th album, 18th or 19th, it depends how you count them. It's an album of different things. It's a bit of about love, life, death, bit of alcohol in there as well. I always have written at the piano, I never write it with the guitar, and I've always sung with a piano. I'm a sort of throwback to the time when even pop songs had good melodies and from the 60s, and I miss it if it's not there. The emotional side of it's very important. In fact, it's more important than the intellectual ideas. I can love the passion of a blues song which is very simple in its form, but I can also really appreciate a Randy Newman or Leonard Cohen or Joni Mitchell song which are quite complex. But none of that matters at all if you don't have a conviction, if you don't have an authenticity in the emotion. The personal ones like Last Love and Too Soon, I think they're quite raw for me. There's one song on this album which is called My Father's Son. I've never written about my very early life before, but as you get older you stop caring what people think. I didn't know my mother and I didn't know my father.
I was my father's son.
I was in an orphanage, but it's not an unhappy song actually, because I got lucky. I had a very lucky adoption. In the last 10 years of my life, I found and got together with half sisters and half brother and half cousins, and my family life completely changed. And one of the lines says, it's where you're going and not where you're coming from. That's important. And yeah, I believe that.
Tomorrow might never arrive. I never arrive.
This is my love of sort of Brel and Paolo Conte and these European singers, Brecht viol type things. It's a kind of imagery, and it's using a metaphor for as a bartender in a pub at the end of the world, and it's time, drink up people. Bit of T.S. Eliot in there as well.
Ain't no turning back, ain't no turning back.
I never had piano lessons except on one occasion. My adopted parents bought a piano, and then they sent me to an old woman down the road who was the local piano teacher, and she had a ruler, and I played with very flat fingers, and she would hit my fingers with the ruler. And after a few weeks she told my father that I had absolutely no talent, it was a waste of money. So I stopped going, but we had the piano at that time, so I just continued by myself.
We still can turn and take the floor in the old weekend.
I've done my last 7 or 8 albums in the same studio, which belongs to Ingo Rao, my bass player. He's also a wonderful engineer, and he's co-produced my last 2 or 3 albums. I just like the atmosphere there, it's great. I know the musicians, I know the space, and working with Ingo is a joy. It's so easy. So we're back at the Half Moon. I've got Butch Coulter. We get on great together. He's a wonderful musician, and because he's a harmonica master, he's also a very good guitar player, and this means that I can play the whole range of my songs.
I've been playing for many years, and now I just find it's much more relaxed. It's not like it used to be, right, Paul? I mean, it's kind of it's not these like endless tours, 2 or 3 months. So we go out for a few days, we go home, we go back out again, and it's a much more relaxed atmosphere.
Yes, I think that's right.
And
yeah.
I really enjoy it this way, to be honest with you. And I mean, it's a great pleasure to be out with these guys. It's like being out with the family, you know. We have our bass player Ingo Rao and our drummer Vladi Kempf, and we get together. It's a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and we enjoy each other's company, and we play great music together. We're a great band.
Yes.
If I were you, I'd leave me lonely. I wanna leave with a little thunder when I quit.